We have a special announcement today. We have signed a deal with our first official sponsor, 1-2 Limited Edition Apparel. Tyshawn rocking that shirt right now.
For dope people doing dope shit, man. That little picture that I posted is a real big graphic design that's on the back of this t-shirt. Good fit, loose, long sleeve. I'm really jacking this. We need more. We need more 1-2 apparel, baby.
At official, period, 1-2 spelled out. Check him out on Instagram. Help support him, man. Dope people doing dope shit. Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 2 of the Timeout with Tyshawn Taylor podcast, hosted by Rock. I am Rock, and he is Tyshawn. What is up, my dude?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I am good, man. As you can see, I got a little bit of a different background today, as I am not in my home base. I am on the road traveling, so I'm coming to you live from my hotel room.
And where are you again?
I am in the middle of Iowa. So
Iowa.
Not very many Jayhawk fans out here, man.
No, it's all good. It's all good. There's nothing else there either.
No, there's not much here. So we episode 2 was supposed to be with our boy D Block, Darnell Jackson, but having a little bit of scheduling conflict. So we're hoping that he hops on in the middle of the episode and we can get back to the Twitter back and forth, as you like to call it, and not a beef between you and him and the 08 and the 12 Jayhawk team. But until then, we're going to talk.
You can call it a beef if you want. I ain't scared to stir the pot. We talked about this. But nah, it's not a beef. D-Block, my boy, man. It's all love.
So we are going to talk some Jayhawk basketball, as they just came off a big win against the University of Kentucky a couple nights ago. We got K-State coming in for football this Saturday in Lawrence. So we got that going on. NBA going on, so there's a lot to talk about. So we'll get started with the KU men's basketball team. The preseason number 1 took care of business Tuesday night against Kentucky, man. What did you see? What did you like?
I seen a lot of good things that I like. I seen Hunter being a dominant force, a dominant big man, and exactly what I expected he'd be under Coach Self's system. That high-low game, probably making his life so easy. With the touch he has and the feel he has for the game, and then his size. I mean, yeah, I think he can average 25 and 17 or 25 and 15. Honestly, so I love that. I love that DeJuan stepped up and shot the ball. I know that's not something that he loves to do or feels like he needs to do often, but we love to see it as fans sitting back watching. We love when he steps up and takes those big shots, and then for him to hit them consistently shows the work that he's been putting in, and the confidence that he has, and the confidence that his team has to just keep going back to him in situations when they need something to happen. Obviously, you love what KJ brings every night, but Kevin with the triple double. I mean, shit, that's impressive. I mean, that's not easy to do, to be offensively minded and defensively minded. To play both ends of the floor isn't easy to do, and he locks in on both ends, and I love that about him. I think he'll have better scoring games, and I think we'll need that from him later on. I don't think we can expect DeJuan to shoot the ball as good as he did every night, or even as much as he did that night. So I think we'll see Kevin step up more offensively. But he's an all-around player. He always has been, and he showed that against a really good young team in Kentucky. So I think, and I guess that's touching on the players that we know already, but just as out of the younger guys, I mean, Parker's going to be good. Christian's brother's going to be good. He's super athletic, super big, brings some toughness. Not scared to talk shit, and same way as his brother, and just like a tough kid. So love that.
Speaking of toughness, man, that was for me the moment of the game was watching DeJuan get in old boy's face and give him a little shove back. I think that kind of rallied the troops a little bit and flexed his muscle. So it was good to see that.
For sure, for sure. I mean, sometimes it's needed. Sometimes, um, being in the front line and actually making shit happen, opposed to just telling people what to do
Did you
or
ever did
coaching
you
them.
ever get into any did you ever
Come
get
on,
in any
man.
scuffles?
Come on, man.
Come
You know
on,
where I'm
man.
from. You know where I'm from, man. We ain't back. We not backing down from nothing. Nothing ever at all. And I'm always a front line
Who
dude.
was it
I'm always
who was the team that barked the most or chirped at you guys the most?
man. I'm just say when I played with the Twins, I probably got them more scuffles with other teams than anybody, just because them niggas talk so much. They talking to everybody about everything. So like we always like I remember even my sophomore year maybe we played at the Garden against Memphis, and we were coming out like the same tunnel, and we in the tunnel like wrestling and pushing with them and shit. Um, it happened so many. It happened so many times. I remember being on a road and seeing a team that we had to play in a hotel, and Keith like, yeah, those are dudes we just beat like by 50 yesterday. And I'm like, damn, like we in the elevator. We're not even playing basketball right now. Like this is an elevator in the hotel. Like, uh, yeah. So I mean, it happened all the time. But I mean, we chirped a lot too. Like we chirped a lot too. Sharon chirped a lot. Both twins chirped a lot. T-Rod was a talker. I never really was a crazy shit talker when it came to playing basketball, but I never was letting people talk shit to me either. Like I was ready. I was ready for it. Um, but yeah, back to KU, man. The basketball they look good. I'm excited about them. I'm excited about. I like the young Australian kid. I think he shoots the ball really well. He has a lot of confidence, and I think he'll have a few games this year that will be big for us. Just his ability to stretch the floor and at his size, I think he'll be good. Jackson, I think will play better. Um, I think he'll get a lot of opportunity to play, so I think he will play better. I think his skill set and um, his basketball IQ is really good. I think he's just a young kid, and when you come in as a McDonald's All American, sometimes it's tough to have that pressure on you. But I think he's good, and I think he'll be good for us too. I like this team. I think it's hard to talk about the bench just because I haven't seen them much, which is why I'm speaking on the guys that I know and I've seen play a lot of minutes. But they'll be good though. I like this team. They're obviously well coached and um, they're tough. They're not a young teams per se. The guys that's going to play a lot of the minutes are older guys and have been there and been in a lot of big games. So it'll be fine. It'll be good. I
I
like
think
what I
that's one
see.
thing that separates KU from a lot of teams is when you have Bill Self on the sidelines and you give him as many pieces as he has right now, and how well that staff develops players from the beginning of the year till towards the end of the year, and the plays and the schemes that he comes up with. So when you add Hunter Dickerson with KJ Adams down low, man, Self's going to have a lot of different plays drawn up that's going to be very hard to stop for a lot of teams.
Yeah, and I think for sure. I think when you get in those games and those moments where the game's like 4 or 5 point game and you 2 3 minutes, I think it really becomes a lot of X's and O's. But like you said, sometimes it's just about playing hard or toughness or like you said, the game changed when DeJuan got mad. It had nothing to do with a play call or with Coach Self outsmarting Calipari or nothing like that. It's just they decided, you know what, we about to play a little bit harder than we've been playing. We about to lock in a little bit more than we've been. Now, that can turn it up. Then just the experience of the actual players, like Coach Self, when you got a point guard like DeJuan, you don't have to call a bunch of stuff. You don't have to. He already know what you want in certain situations. He's been in the situation with you. So he calling it probably before you. He telling them what to look for probably before you even can get to it. And that's part of the reason why Coach Self love his guards and is hard on his guards and stuff, because you have to have those moments where the feel of the game and what's going on in the actual game, he not gonna be able to dictate or puppet master, even though he's so great at so great at like the game and seeing the game. It's just certain times it's like it's a field thing right now, Coach. Like you like unless you here with me right with the basketball, I gotta make this play right now, and he trusts us to do that sometimes in certain situations, and over time we gain that trust. And so DeJuan's definitely somebody who's gained the trust to make those type of like calls and decisions. And then again, like when you're down 15, 16 points, bro, it don't matter what he calling. You gotta execute. You gotta lock in and focus. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get this stop, get this rebound, get this steal. Like certain things that had nothing to do with what he's calling have to, come into effect. And I think that comes with just how hard they practice, what they practice. And yeah, I mean, and again, just the experience that they all have. Kevin being a 5 or 6 year guy, whatever he is. DeJuan being a 4 or 5 year guy, whatever he is. KJ the same. Hunter the same. Like these ain't spring chickens. Like these is guys who've been around the block, who seen some real basketball, and so they're not gonna run into any type of situation that they haven't faced. Honestly, they would just, what were they just down 20 in that game, or 18 in that game? And I'm sitting back eating
Somebody,
popcorn with my feet up.
Somebody asked me an interesting question the other day. They said if KU can win the national championship this year, that means DeJuan Harris will be a big part of 2 different national championship teams. Is he going to be considered one of the best point guards in KU history?
Yeah, he might already be, honestly. Like when it's all said and done, after the season's over, the amount of assists he'll have, or the amount of steals, he's probably going to be top 10 in any probably all guard category. He's a 5 year. He's going to be a 4 or 5 year guy, so he'll be up there in wins. He'll get the assists. Yeah, I mean, some people, it'll be a certain fan base that after 10 years from now will probably be arguing that anyway, just because they watch him win a championship, or they grew up watching him, or so it'll be kids at some point saying that anyway. Like I went through that. Like I went through that. Frank went through it. Devontae went through it. Mario obviously went through it. I think we all kind of grow our own fan base based off of the time and the era that we play, and so
Right.
yeah, he'll go down as one of those ones for sure, because he won a chip. That alone puts him in a category where even good point guards from KU don't always land. You know what I'm saying? So that alone just puts him at a different table than me, than Aaron Miles, than a few guys. You know what I'm saying? Like great guys. And and so yeah, he'll definitely have a seat at any KU table. He'll be probably a part of a bunch of guard conversations in the near future, for sure.
Now they cut Maui coming up, the Maui Invitational, which is a crazy strong field this year. Did you guys go to Maui?
We did.
How was that?
Year.
What was that experience like?
It was a great experience. It was around this time, because I remember spending Thanksgiving there actually, which wasn't fun because it was the day after the tournament was over, so we had lost the night before and then had to like celebrate Thanksgiving. Yeah, we were like, I want to go home. But it was a great experience, man. They have it all laid out for you guys. Like when you go there, they have, you get to eat and you meet with the other teams, and you got all of these little things, and then you obviously go play. And
do you guys get a lot of free time and trips like that?
I wouldn't say,
or is it all structured out?
Yeah, I wouldn't say like free time, but things that are always in basketball related. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not practicing the whole time or playing basketball. We get to do things. Right. I wouldn't just say free time, like time to just kind of do our own thing. Not in college. Like once you get to those other professional levels and you go to places, they kind of just like, hey, we meeting at this time. Everything else is just what you want to do. But college is more like, hey, we're gonna go here. Hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go eat here. We're gonna go see this movie. We're gonna go ride this boat or whatever the fuck is going on whatever trip you on. It's gonna be.
They're trying to keep you out in trouble. They gonna keep you out of trouble.
Mean, it makes sense. You got 17, 18, 20-year-old kids. With too much free time would be crazy. So yeah, but Maui was dope, man. We got we played against Georgetown, Duke, and I want to say Marquette. No, that'd have been too many Big East schools. Oh, UCLA. It was Georgetown, UCLA, Duke. We played against and beat Georgetown, beat UCLA, lost to Duke, and probably one of my I ain't gonna say it was a bad, like one of my worst games, but statistically it was a very bad game. I had a bunch of turnovers. It was early in the season. It was like one of my first big games, being in the position of like, hey, if you don't play good, we lose. Like this is the first time I'm ever in a
Right.
situation. I'm like, if I'm not playing good, he takes me out. He put Elijah in. He put somebody else in. We move on. We move on. You know.
Right.
Say hi to the podcast. You ugly and you about to be on YouTube looking like somebody's mother. Ha. That's my little sister, guys. Everybody say hi to my sister. She gonna be on YouTube
Why
looking
you do
ugly.
your sister like that, man?
Cause she wanna call me from my mother phone and be on it like nobody ain't talking to you. Bye. But yeah, so that was one of the first games where I had to like actually had a realization that like, yo, if you have a halfway decent game or like if you're not locked in all the way, like we won't win. He not gonna take you out. He can't take you out. Even if he take you out, he don't really wanna. He don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have a deep bench that year. It was the starting five and maybe Travis no, Travis was in the starting five. So whoever, like either Travis or Connor, uh, Kevin Young, and Nadir Dart was the guy who would come in for me. But as a freshman, again, coach didn't really trust him too much. And this is early in the season. This is like, again, we in November, so this is very early in the season. We probably got 2 or 3 games under our belt by this point, and none of them huge games. And so, yeah, that was just a realization for me to just like, okay, you got to be focused, you got to lock in, and he trusts you. He believes in you. He actually sat down and talked to me after that game and was telling me this, like, look, bro, like you're gonna play. You just got to relax. I understand you want to make plays, but you got to see the game. Like you can't force the plays. You got to see the game. You got to trust your teammates. You got to like, and you got to be locked in. Like you got to understand how important it is for you to play good now. And I had the season of my life after that. Season of my life. Maui was good for me, good and bad.
That's the other thing. I really like what Coach Self does in the scheduling every year. He'll schedule some decent lower tier D1, D2 schools that have won their league a couple years in a row, bring them into Allen Fieldhouse, and then he takes the Jayhawks on the road to play in the preseason tough tournaments and always plays in the Champions Classic. So you're playing the Dukes, the North Carolinas, and teams like that every year.
Yeah, we played
Does
Kentucky in the Garden
Yeah.
that same year, and I think that was game 2. And then we came home and traveled, and then went to Maui, and then played against UCLA. Like I said, UCLA, Georgetown, and Duke. So like coming out the gate, we had 4 good ass schools, and we were a good team, obviously, because with Kansas. But like we didn't know what we were that early. We didn't know how good T-Rod was gonna be. I think I believed and thought I was as good as I was, but I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know how much. I ain't gonna say he didn't trust me, but I don't know. Cause I played, and I think he trusts me enough to know that he didn't have to trust me so much. So like he knows what I can do good, and so it's like if we got Sharon out there, I can play Ty in this position because I know he can do this well. So he trusts me enough to do that. But if I'm not doing that, then we don't have to play you because we got this person or that person or this person. But that was one of the times where it was like, gotta play like he gotta not do it his way because it's gonna be done Cosell's way, but almost like he gotta do it his way. He gotta do it my way, but his way. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like he gotta figure out how to do what I'm asking him to do. But the way not like how Sharon did it, or not like how this person did, Mario did it, or not like I gotta almost figure out how to let him do his thing under what I'm trying to, make work. And he did. And the same with T-Rob. And I think he does that with every player who kind of it gets put into that position, that next man up position. Like Ochai did it, Jalen did it right after him. And those are the 2 that come to head right away. But then you also go back to Frank and Devontae. You have one year where Frank kills it, and Devontae is playing beside him, and then the very next year he steps up and he's this almost mirrored his numbers and mirror his gameplay and what he was able to do, and it just kind of happens like that. That's just kind of what it does. Sharon, it was Sharon for us and the twins, and then me, and then T. Rob, and it just kind of just goes like that. When it's your time, you've been through it enough and know him enough. He trusts you enough that it's gonna work. You're gonna figure it out. Elijah did it. Elijah came after me and went into Iowa State and had 50.
Yeah, that game was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he probably didn't have the best season he wanted to have, but I mean, he won. They won a lot of games. It was still Kansas, still a Final Four team. Like they ended up losing to Michigan that year in like the Elite Eight or something. Like that was still a good team, and Elijah was part of the reason because it was his time to be the guy. And again, his way was different than mine, but that's just how it goes.
Who do you think the guy is going to be this year?
I think it has to be Kev from the perimeter. I think Hunter. I don't think anybody. I don't know how with what KJ's able to do, and then you have Hunter. How any big like tandem of bigs like kind of guards that system, that high-low system. If KJ is slicing and cutting and getting dunks, and then he's also able to catch the ball like at the free throw line, and nobody wants to guard him, so he has like a full head of steam to kind of drive, or he can see that pass to Hunter over the top. I mean, it's gonna be hard, but I think Kevin has to have a similar year to like what Ochai and Jay Will had. Like I think he has to take that next step into being level. That guy. Man, not that, because I think Kevin's better on the other side of the ball than maybe both of them. Honestly, that could be argued. I don't know that for sure or a fact, but I think that could be argued. And so you always giving up some of your energy that you would use on the offensive end when you got to play that hard defensively. But
that's why I was cherry picked, so I didn't have to play defense. I just didn't, waited back. Whoop, whoop, I'm open. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, no, but he definitely got to be a high level scorer. He definitely has to turn it up on the offensive end as far as scoring is concerned, and just be a threat. Like, just got to go out there with no conscience and understand, like, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play. He's gonna take me out. If he do, it's just gonna tell me, yo, this blah 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 blah. You got to do this, da da da. He's gonna put me back in. So like, I'm basically what I'm saying. I'm gonna get my minutes. I'm gonna get my opportunities. So there's no reason to be shy. If it's not hurting the team, then I need to be aggressive. And him being aggressive is only helping the team. And he's capable. He's a capable shooter. He's a capable scorer. He's a threat because he can post up a small guy, but he can take out a bigger guard. Consistently, we want to see him shoot the three and make the three, not just shoot it, but make the three. But I mean, that's a work in progress. And when you got bigs down there getting fucking 27 rebounds or whatever, Hunter had, you miss a couple shots. It's all right. We're going to get a couple of those back.
So I believe, did they play Friday night? Is that right?
Friday against who? Pittsburgh?
I thought it was Friday, maybe not. I was thinking they had Friday, and then we got football on Saturday. But
who they play?
I was trying to look at it and see. Nope, they don't play Friday. They don't play till Monday. Is that right? I could swore they had a game on Friday. Anyway, we got K-State coming into town for football. You going to the game Saturday?
I am not. I got a full day of tournament basketball, so I'll be in the gym coaching 4 tailor-made teams.
Who you taking? You taking the Hawks or you taking K-State?
I'm not taking K-State. I would love to say KU with a lot of confidence, but I don't know much about our young quarterback that may be having to play a lot of minutes. But yeah, man, I think KU's been good. I think they're going to continue to be good. I think their defense is good to hold K-State, even if our offense can't run it up with the points. If we can get in that end zone 1 or 2 times, I don't know, man. We might got something. Get some big stops defensively. make some smarter plays defensively. Last week, I think I seen a couple of turnovers, or not turnovers, but penalties late in the game that allowed the other team to get good positioning for that last little stretch they had. So I think they should just focus in defensively, which I know they will, and all of the offensive guys, the runners, the running backs, I'm sure they're gonna be ready. Try to take some pressure off him. They probably run the ball a lot. But all those boys are capable, man. They've been playing. They had a hell of a season. Had a hell of a couple seasons. So I'm looking forward to them holding it down and just understanding the moment. Just understanding the moment, man. K-State versus KU. What more needs to be said? Let's get it.
Perfect segue to the Timeout Pod. Take it to the bank. Picks of the week. Just want to recap from last episode. Tyshawn 1-2 on his picks. Rock 2-1 with his picks. And producer Jackson, you were 1-2, so you lost our listeners' money. I made our listeners a little bit of money back. And our man, the producer behind the scenes, with a 1-0 perfect week, hitting on his one pick. So we're going to give some more picks away. Again, bet responsibly. Tyshawn and I are not very good at picking games, but Jackson, our man.
Go the opposite because we suck, but we love to gamble like some ducks.
So I'm going to go ahead and give you Jackson's pick of the week. He wants to take Cleveland, and I quote, all in Cleveland -1 point.
No Deshaun Watson, Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like this pick. But
I like
if this game
pick, man.
hits,
Their defense is good.
If this hits, I think Jackson might have the script, the NFL script, and he ain't letting us know.
I mean,
so that is
both.
I mean, no Deshaun Watson. You already beat the Steelers once. It's hard in the division rivalry like that. Yeah,
it's hard to beat a team
usually
twice.
split.
That's a fact. Yeah, that is a fact.
I can't see
set up.
Jackson
It's set.
right now,
It's
but I
set
bet
up
he's
for them.
rolling his eyes.
I'm about
He's
to say
rolling his
it's
eyes
set
right
up
now.
for them to split. Hurt quarterback, already beat him. Set up for the split, which is probably why they will win. Which is probably why Cleveland will win. Everybody's thinking, oh, Deshaun, they probably pounding that 1 point right now.
All right, so Rock's pick of the week. I'm going with the Los Angeles Chargers -3 points on the road against the Green Bay Packers. So they'll be at Lambeau Field on Sunday afternoon. Give me the Chargers -3. And for my other pick, I'm going with the Dolphins at home versus the upstart Raiders. Everybody's all excited about the Raiders with the new coach, but I think Miami, after getting beat by the Chiefs, are going to come out and get the offense going. So I'm giving up the 13.5 points because they're going to win by 2 touchdowns. So give me the Dolphins -13.5 and the Chargers -3 this week.
Ain't the Raiders 2-0 since the new coach? Raiders 2-0 with the new coach?
They are, yes.
Plus 14.5. Plus 14.5 Las Vegas.
13.5. 13.5.
Plus 13.5 Las Vegas. They're on a roll right now. They got good energy, good vibes. I seen them boys in the locker room smoking cigars after a win like it was the championship a couple weeks ago. They hot. The vibes is high. They rolling. Is it my turn?
They beat your Giants 30-6. You can't even claim that as a win. It's the Giants.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. And then they beat the Jets. That's the two teams they beat. Yeah, go ahead.
Las Vegas plus 13.5. Las Vegas plus 13.5. But in all seriousness, I like Houston minus the 4.5. I think CJ Stroud's been playing great. I think they're at home. They're gonna kill it. I just like them to keep playing good. I'd like him to keep playing good. Defense is pretty good over there. Just doing some good things over there in Houston. And I like KU plus the points versus K-State. I'm not sure what that spread is. I didn't look, But
Last time I looked, it's up to 9.5 now.
yeah, we're gonna take that. I just think our defense is good enough to maybe stop them from scoring, even if we don't run it up, and hopefully um, we get some good big plays from some running backs, or some good short plays and extra yardage from some of these wide outs or something like that. And I don't know, maybe even some defensive points. Maybe we get a turnover and get some points off of that, and just slow them down and stop them. So I'll go plus the 9. I'll take us plus the 9.
The kiss of death has been placed on your Kansas Jayhawk football team, courtesy of Tyshawn Taylor.
Go with me, baby. Flow with me, baby. You're gonna get some bread.
All right, here we go. Season 2, season premiere. Chopping it up with Chuck. Chucky,
What's up, Chuck?
how you doing?
Good.
Good. You ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it. Chopping it up with Chuck.
We have added a little twist to chopping it up for Chuck for season 2. If you pass on a question this season, there will be a little punishment. That punishment is up and down the basketball court next time you're on the basketball court. You must video it, post it, and tag the podcast. You ready to play Would You Rather?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Do I have a choice?
Would you rather eat... Yes. No, you don't. Would you rather eat 10 live worms or streak on live NFL football game?
I'm going streaking. I can't eat 10 live worms.
Oh my gosh!
I couldn't eat one live worm.
I don't know if I could. I don't know, man. I'm gonna say eat the live worms because I hope I never have to. But I just feel like going streaking, getting tackled by security guards, going to jail naked wouldn't be fun.
I'm going streaking.
Of course.
Would you rather get a snake tattoo wrapped around your face and head, or have a mullet for the rest of your life?
Mullet.
Give me the mullet, baby.
Yeah, a mullet. I'll wear the mullet.
Give me the
out of
mullet.
proud, and then I'll throw my Yankee hat on top of it.
And then have the flow coming out the back of it.
Would you rather have all of your internet searches or have all of your photos on your phone made public?
Internet searches for sure.
Photos.
Really?
Yep. Your mom might not be happy, but but I'm going with photos. We don't need to see what Rock's internet searches is.
No, oh my gosh, no. Oh my god.
Would you rather let a crusty old man drink milk out of your belly button every day for a year, or drink milk out of a crusty old man's belly button every day for a month?
Oh man, Tyshawn, you want to go first?
I'm running. I'll send a video.
Really?
I'll tag the podcast. Yeah, I'm running. None of those things happen. There's no if you rather. If I have an option to run, I will run.
How long did the crusty old man have to drink milk out of my belly button?
Every day for a month.
Every day for a month?
Yeah, your dad gonna sit back with his shirt off and be loving it. No.
Yeah, I think next time I take Chamberlain or Houston to the gym, I'll go ahead and get my lap in as
Really?
well.
That's an easy question.
Then you answer.
The second one. I'm not having somebody drink out of my belly button.
So you're going to drink milk out of a crusty old man's belly button? Is that what you're telling
For
me?
a month, yeah. I'm not having him drink out of my belly button for a year.
Oh my gosh! All the crusty old men on the world, watch out for Chuck. She's coming to drink milk from you guys' belly button.
Man, do you realize how mad my wife is going to be if she watches this episode?
Oh my god. How do we get
Alright,
here?
here's a bonus question. Now that you have kids, looking back at your senior year at KU, which one of your teammates would not be able to babysit your kids?
I actually had my son my senior year of college. So this is a funny question because my son was around us for a little while there. And Travis also had a son. And so our kids would play together. But so Travis is valid. He could do it. I know that. I want to say at the time, probably Elijah. Just because he's like, I don't know. I don't know. He's just so silly. And I want to say irresponsible at that time. Like he probably would have set my son down and watched the game and not like paid attention to him later on or something like that. So probably Elijah.
Elijah Johnson.
Alright, thank you
But
for playing Would You Rather with me. See you next time on Chopping It Up with Chuck.
peace out, Chuck.
We'll see you, Chucky. Go to bed. Love you. Alrighty, folks. Well, I think that wraps up episode number 2, season 2. We did not connect with D Block, Darnell Jackson, so we will try to reschedule.
We actually did connect with D Block and we will reschedule, hopefully for the next episode. But if not, we will get him on here soon. But yeah, he just in traffic. He moving around. He was supposed to be stationary. I think he has some flight delays or some flight trouble. So he's actually not even where he's supposed to be at or where he told us he'd be at. But he'll be on. We'll get that conversation happening, and we got a couple more guests as well locked in, or will be locked in here pretty soon. So yeah, a lot to look forward to. Excited to get back in the swing of things. And again, appreciate you.
You heading home for Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah, I get to go see Mom Deuce, my little sister that just called me. I get to see her. She had a baby 4 months ago, so I'll get to see my niece for the first time, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, just to get out of Kansas for a little while, get to be around my family. As you know, I'm a nomad out here, and I'm kind of just moving and
Now, is your mom
figuring-
still in Florida or is she back in New Jersey?
Yeah, she's still in Florida, but most of my aunts live there now. So I got a bunch of aunts and cousins that live there as well. So it won't just be me, my mom, and my sister. It'll be, like I said, I got a couple of aunts, a couple of cousins, second cousins, bunch of second cousins. Yeah, it'll be big time. It'll be big time eats, good food for sure. Good food, good food, which you know I need. Good vibes, just being around the family. I don't think I've seen my mom since this time last year. Actually, I'm not even sure if I've seen her since then. If I'm thinking correctly, I'm pretty sure this is the last time I seen my mom was Thanksgiving last year. Except she came to Kansas, so we made it to another 365. So I'm happy about that. Get to go see my mom, another little family member in the family. So that's exciting. And now that just kind of made me sad even saying that out loud. I got to see my mom more than every fucking year, once a year. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. What you got going on? Family stuff?
Just family stuff, man. We do Thanksgiving, and then we usually put the tree up at night, Thanksgiving night, get the tree ready, and switch over to Christmas mode. Of course, Chucky start making out the Christmas list and getting geared up for that. So that's all we got going on, man.
I got a few Christmas lists in my notes right now.
A jumper?
Ready to start slicing. No. I've been asking Santa for a jumper since I was like 10. He never delivered.
Never came through.
Never came through with the J. Came through with a lot of other stuff. Not the J. It's all good. We made it work.
Final question before we end the show. What you been watching right now? What you watching? Besides sports.
On the bench
What's your show?
side, it's too tough, man. Too tough. I'm gonna tell you the last. What was the last thing I binged? Damn, I ain't even gonna lie.
It's probably something like The Masked Singer or something like that, wasn't it?
Nah, I'm like a heavy documentary guy, though, like or like a true crimes guy. So like
Watch a lot of true crime, man.
the last documentary I probably watched was probably something on ID channel on like one of these sick ass serial killers. Like I don't know why,
We
but
watch a lot of them, man. And then when my wife cooked dinner, my stomach hurt afterwards. I always ask her, "Did you put arsenic in that?"
yeah. I don't know why that interests me. I'm either watching sports, true crimes. I've been watching Duck Dynasties a lot. Like when I want to laugh and get in a good mood, I watch like reruns of Duck Dynasty because
You know what Chucky likes watching?
completely different.
She likes
What?
watching Pawn Stars for some reason. I have no idea where she came. One day she was walking around with her phone, watching on her phone. And I was like, "What are you watching?" She's like, "Pawn Stars," and I was like, "What? Hold on, what
Why?
are you
Like,
talking about?"
is she interested in some of the stuff that they sell there, or they get sold?
I have no idea, man. I said, "All right, turn on the TV and I'll watch it with you." So we sat there and watched like 3 or 4 episodes of Pawn Stars. So I don't know why, where it came from, but
I did because I am a documentary guy, but I'm also a movie guy. Love movies.
Right,
I'll
I
watch
know that.
movies all day. I did see that new Scorsese movie with Leo and Bobby De Niro.
yes, I haven't. I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it yet.
Killers of the Flower Moon. Must watch. Must fucking watch.
Must
So good.
watch.
It's about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. It's a Scorsese film for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
Scorsese movies are always long.
yeah, he gonna give you the
My attention span ain't that long.
what's it, the Goodfellas version. Like he gonna give you the whole 345. It's about 345 from start to finish, but it's based on a true story in the Midwest, like Kansas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, like all of that. It's about Native Americans, about like them striking oil and Whitey coming to take it over, and they didn't like that shit. But it just got it got De Niro in it got DiCaprio in it, and it's a Scorsese film. That alone makes it a must watch, bro. So, but it's actually really good. Actually, really really good.
Did you watch the new documentary? It's been out a couple of weeks now on Netflix about John Gotti.
A new
That's
John
good one,
Gotti
if you
documentary?
haven't watched. Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Is it
It's
new?
like 3 episodes. Yeah, it's new. It just came out like 2 weeks ago, probably 3 weeks ago.
Oh
It's
no! See, I'm
three
gonna go binge
episodes.
watch that because that's my kind
Yeah,
of
it's a
shit.
good-
The mob
Yeah.
stuff is my stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
good.
what I'm
It's a
on.
good episode.
Well,
Well,
and on that
gotta
note,
go.
yeah, and on that note, appreciate
All
you
right,
guys,
man. Thanks to our
Jackson
special
behind the
sponsors,
1 and 2.
1, 2. Get on there and get some fresh gear. That's all we got for you. We'll see you next time. We're
Hey,
out.
Jackson, peace out, bro. Good job. Appreciate you.